What's going on YouTube? Today I'm very happy to bring this video to you guys. Now this is going to be breaking down how we generated $50,000 in a single hour using a webinar format that I cultivated as a sales manager. Now this is specifically from the sales side, looking at it from an above angle of what worked, how we executed, and how you guys can use it for yourself. Now if you guys don't know what I'm selling or just want to generally know a little bit more about what I'm doing, I am in high ticket sales, specifically for coaching and coaching programs, consulting programs, whatever you guys may call it. Now, essentially, what I'm doing, I'm helping these coaches, creators sell their programs specifically from the sales side. Now, these are where you would talk about setters, closers, managers. These are all where I've placed, and essentially you're just hopping on the phone collecting commission by being able to close these deals. Now if you guys want to learn a little bit more about that, I have a completely free Discord where I send daily voice messages, job postings, things like that. But if you guys actually want to learn how to get into the space, please just go ahead. That second link in the bio is going to be able to be book a call with me. It's going to be with me. And then lastly, if you guys also want to have my Instagram, you guys can go ahead and look at that. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video, show you guys exactly how we generated 50K in an hour. And this video is going to show you exactly how we were able to generate $50,000 in a single hour using a webinar sequence funnel with one of our clients. Now, this is going to be a complete total breakdown from step A through Z, the steps that I actually used as a sales manager and the precautions for anybody who is a growth operator, sales manager, or an offer owner that's generally looking to create these types of numbers off of their webinar. Now, this particular webinar was a book to call sequence where people essentially booked a call. We were able to triage them at the end of the webinar and cash collect the calls, or cash collect at the most amount of money that we can after the calls. Now, in terms of the very first steps and as far as what we did go through, is I run this sort of sales prep before the webinar. So I always hire out 7 to 5 days out prior. So this is training setters on rebuttals, confirmations, urgency, and really just having them understand the premise of, go high level and the Discord and EODs, BODs, even when it comes to confirming calls, having them understand SOPs and KPIs in that sense. Now, also I break down in here is the group chat setup and also the setter and closer prospect method. So what I've been finding to be really, really helpful in terms of making sure that our show up rate is as high as possible. What I have been transitioning into is having a group chat setup where it's the setter, closer, and the prospect. And essentially, I don't let the prospect hop off the phone until the prospect actually goes ahead and texts inside the group chat. So I want to make sure that these people are going to be able to actually fully text back, because if they can easily just get looped into a group chat and then just be done with it, I want to make sure that they're actually engaging and they're actually active. So if we think about it from an actual prospect's perspective, not only are we calling you immediately after, looping you in a group chat with an expert, we're also making sure that you text. There's a lot of stuff that you have to get through in order to really get on this call. Okay, so in terms of the closer prep, what's going to actually have that look like is 7 to 5 days of actually hiring on beforehand. And then as soon as we're hired on, we're going to be running role plays, objection handling, and really just making sure that they understand the SOPs and KPIs, and also how to actually move the prospects along the go high level. So these two is really just making sure that when everything does launch, it's as simple as possible for them to actually understand the SOPs and KPIs. Now I have a complete SOP KPI breakdown on all of our Webby things that we do inside of my sales management agency. Now, if you guys would want to have at least be interested in seeing what that would look like, or just wanting to know a little bit more, please let me know. I will be happy to shoot that video over to you guys, just kind of breaking the SOPs down for you guys. Okay, so now the next step in the process is actually during the webinar, the actual sales side. So setters are going to be all attending the live to just understand a little bit more about the offer and actually see what the prospects are dealing with on the front end. Setters are going to be monitoring the live and then also doing follow-ups. So what this looks like is that we have generally a bigger list of people. Not obviously everybody's going to hop on, so we take approach a little bit differently. We call people the day before and the day of, just making sure that these people do have the link for the webinar, and we've actually seen a slight increase with our show up rate. So setters monitoring attendees lives, and also we're following up with everybody. So same day set. So after the webinar, most of our webinars are going to be ending around 4 or 5 p.m. We take calls all the way up until 7. Anything after, you're going to be dealing with. So we want to make sure that we can just go ahead and get out the payment processor, BS, no shows, just making sure that we do the same day and also limiting it past 7 p.m. So no calls can get past 7 p.m. So the next thing I want to kind of break down is the immediate pipeline movement, but also as well to be calling these people within the hours that we're actually booking people out. So what this means is that new leads are going to be tagged and called within the hours. So when a person opts in at the end of the webinar, we're going to go ahead, tag them. They're obviously going to get imported into Go High Level, called within the first couple of minutes once the webinar is ended. And then from there, closers' calendars are obviously going to be stacked since they are going to put on an actual call. And then we're going to have a one call close. Like, we typically do not do 2 call closes in B2C because the conversion rate is not going to be high. I mean, sometimes, yes, some people like generally do have to think about it, but I mean, generally for the most part, that's going to be 9 out of 10 times a smoke screen. So we want to get these people on the call closing one time. Now, next thing that we're going to jump into is the actual sales execution, right? So setters confirm double text and urgency text. So what this means is that when somebody books, not only are they going to call them, they're going to confirm an hour before the call, 30 minutes before, and right on their call. Double dialing if they do not answer, because not only are we going to, let's just say everybody's not going to answer that does book a call. So if they do not book a call, or if they do book a call, we're going to go ahead, double text them, or double call them, sorry. We're going to double call them, and then from there, text them, making sure that they know that if they do not answer the phone or at least confirm, their call will get canceled. So as you can see, this was a 63% show up rate. Now this is a little bit of a lower show up rate that we're typically seeing on our other offers, but for this general ICP, I'm satisfied. And the only thing that would have changed is if we were faster on the leads. Like, yes, we're still fast on the leads, but if we were calling these people within seconds of them actually booking, but also too, this can still generally get kind of tampered with depending on the ICP and if you're dealing with B2C or B2B. But 63% show up rate was our show up rate for this particular webinar. Now, if these people are qualified, group chat was made, group chat was made, then from there, let's just say they're qualified. We're going to go through closer framework, intro, discovery, pitch, objection handle. And we got a 60% close rate, well, it's 58%. So out of the 63% of people that hopped on the call, 60% of them closed, which is not bad at all. Literally not bad at all. These are very high numbers. And if we were to increase that show up rate, we would have had a much better turnout. But still, I'm very happy with these numbers because it allowed us to be able to generate $50,000. Now, locked in payment, team rhythm. So setters would feed closers right into the closers, sales manager oversight. So literally from there, once we close them, making sure that we are onboarding them properly. And I'm just watching over the whole entire thing. As you guys can see, we had $51,000 generated here. Now, let's just say for the instance, a lead is unqualified. Sent to the follow-up pipeline, setter will follow up with capital until ready. And then from there, once the capital is attained, or what we'll do is follow back with that sales execution process of confirming, double dialing, double texting. I also want to mention as well, in this portion, it is very, very key that you guys have your setters have a list, a data set that they can go ahead and contact for the people that, one, are available sooner. So if somebody does forget a time, we're able to go ahead and move them on the schedule. And then as well as having a data set of people who did not book a call but did attend the webinar. Maybe it's just not the case that people attended, but they didn't book a call. That maybe the case of their schedule was further out, or whatever it may be. We want to make sure that we can capture as much leads as humanly possible. Now, lessons learned on the sales end, our follow-ups, like I just said, is gold. That is the method when it comes to actually making sure that we can hit numbers like $51,000 generated. Now, speed to lead is crucial on this aspect because we want to make sure the leads are able to actually close as fast as possible. And team training actually paid off. So the better that we were doing these role plays, reps came out well prepared and they weren't getting these objections thrown at them where they absolutely didn't know what to do. The next webinar, our goal is $75,000 by having the setters double dial on these follow-ups and then adding one more closer, because what we also had was an influx of leads where we had too many. Right? We had too many leads and too little closers, and we were getting overlapped. So we add a closer, allows us to book more calls in a shorter time span. We're having the setters follow up more frequently, which will make us more money. Now, if you guys like this type of video, please let me know. But yeah, this is our whole entire system of how we actually generated $50,000 in an hour, and you guys can use this same exact method as well. And I mentioned that I have the exact framework and SOPs, KPIs that I have. So if you guys want that as well, just let me know. I'll make a video on that. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up the video. Let me know how you guys like this video. If you guys messed with it, if you guys didn't mess with it, if you guys want more of these videos, if you guys don't want more of these videos, let me know. As always, I'm extremely happy to just kind of bring these videos where I can literally just show you guys my knowledge in the space and what I'm kind of doing as of far. Now, $50,000 is a big milestone, but it's still much more yet to come, and I cannot wait for us to go ahead and really be able to make the most out of this client. We're also going to be starting to dabble into some ads here soon, and keep in mind this is all off organic, so we're going to start dabbling into some ads here soon. With that being said, that's going to be a journey in itself, so stay tuned. Now, if you guys want to go ahead, learn exactly what I do, how I got into high ticket sales as a sales manager now, you guys can go ahead, book a call with me. If you guys just want to hear me yap every single day, potential job opportunities, potentially be able to get on some of my offers, I have a completely free Discord in my first link in my bio. I also have my Instagram there where I do role plays and stuff like that, so go ahead and check that one out. But if you guys like this video, I will catch you guys in the next one.